Prix, kindly sponsored by GNP Segura. So, going to be our two Grand Prix sponsored classes coming up with our same sponsor, GNP Segura. So, been a wonderful supporter, as have those that we can see through our sponsors. That are rolling through our wonderful set of commercials that are so brilliantly produced for these events and, of course, for these global companies as a whole. So, looking forward to our next class, just a few minutes away from getting underway with that. And say one of two Grand Prix coming up for us.
Otros se dan cuenta que tienen el poder de cambiarlo. Y la capacidad de cambiar comienza desde que ponemos todo nuestro corazón, fe y pasión en cada actividad que realizamos, confirmando el ministerio sanador de Jesucristo. En Christus Muguerza Hospital Sur, estamos conscientes que desde los primeros latidos hasta la madurez, siempre existe la responsabilidad de escuchar, atender y dar calidez de manera inmediata y segura, porque sabemos que cada segundo cuenta. Respaldados por una historia de casi 90 años en el ámbito de la salud e integrados a un sistema con presencia en 7 estados de la República Mexicana, abarcando varias regiones. Aquí trabajamos con sentido humano. Nos importa que tengas una recuperación rápida y cómoda, y tenemos los medios para que así sea. En las manos de los mejores médicos, líderes de su especialidad, que ofrecen sus conocimientos en servicios clínicos auxiliares para el diagnóstico y tratamiento de padecimientos, con equipos que cumplen los más altos estándares de calidad y seguridad. En Christus Muguerza Hospital Sur, estamos presentes día y noche para atender tus urgencias y necesidades de salud. Siempre de la mano con lo último en tecnología. Somos un hospital de tercer nivel que cuenta con códigos de respuesta rápida, esencial para cumplir con los estándares en el cuidado de la salud. Basados en la superación y el aprendizaje, fuimos reconocidos como una de las empresas del sector privado más innovadoras, gracias a la implementación de soluciones digitales que nos permiten optimizar nuestros procesos, como lo es la implementación del expediente 100% digital en Nuevo León. Estamos a la vanguardia con una visión futurista que nos permite ir siempre un paso adelante con un servicio seguro, con escenarios que ayudan a prevenir situaciones y a tomar decisiones adecuadas y precisas. Nos inspiran las experiencias positivas que a diario vivimos, enfocados en la ética y en la mutua colaboración con nuestros pacientes, ayudándole a evitar el dolor y que su estancia sea la más cómoda posible. Queremos ser tu primera opción en atención médica, porque sabemos que aquí encontrarás la calidad y calidez en una experiencia de sanación única que respeta la dignidad y el valor de cada persona y de sus familiares, acompañándolos con especial atención espiritual. En Christus Muguerza.
And the music playing out as we begin into our GNP 2-star Grand Prix here this afternoon. And it is going to be a big afternoon of competition. 2-star Grand Prix followed by the 5-star Grand Prix as well, coming up here in Monterrey. Of course, the latter part of the morning at this point, just after 11:15 local time. So it's starting off with our combination from the Netherlands. Charlotte van Bremen, the 12-year-old Westphalian by Arpeggio. This is Arcasido. Through the two-star classes this week, long list of really interesting combinations coming up as well. And we've seen, again, a long list of nations competing. Netherlands, not only alongside, of course, the home nation of Mexico, but we've got Spain, we've got Denmark, we've got Guatemala coming in there, we've got Ireland, Germany, to name but a few. And again, Gregory Bodo, our course designer, here throughout the week. Overall, taking a look at this course, it is going to be 13 numbered fences and with 16 jumping efforts around the track, taking a good circumnavigation of this beautiful grass arena here in Monterey. Early rail dropping at 3-4 Charlotte. Competing through the two stars and the young horse classes, both here and over the last few weeks. The list of Mexican big shows that we've seen from all the way through from to Guadalajara and also Tomi. Till 12, 69-13 as they cover the last there for Charlotte van der Bremen and Alcacido. Little skinny just dropping down there for them. A little bit of that triple combination we saw in the previous winning round class as well. Emily Contenau and Ocean Quality. For the former young rider medalist, 23 years of age now. Ocean Quality finishing 6th in the Grand Prix here last week as well. It's a 9-year-old Belgian warm blood for Emily. Got some good experience in Spain recently as well. He's had a couple of years building up with this horse now, so since its 7-year-old year. It's by Baltic VDL. Nice smooth bending line through the middle of the track to this triple combination. Wall down to the plank at 10. Tidy related line. And then just out on its own, this final Oxa just to complete. Good round at 67.80. So clear there for Emily Conta and Ocean Quality. There we go, there's Emily. So time allowed of 70 seconds. And so that is what they've settled on, 70 seconds. And so Rupert Winkleman and Calvados. So it's been a good opportunity here in Monterey. They have a list of classes for everything from the young horse classes through the nationals, the 2 stars, and the 5-star as well. Lovely ring to get a horse into and ready for the next step up. Calvados Sun actually jumping in the 5-star last week, taking a step back to the 2-star this. Got some good mileage for this 11-year-old in Spruce Meadows. Early rail for them. That's a second of that little skinny. We've seen that fence drop quite a lot. Just giving them space at the plank. A 4-stride distance between those two relays. Just the last fence. There's going to be some time to add there as well. 20 for jumping, 5 for time, 74, 45 for Rupert Winkelmann and Calvados Sun for the German rider.
Rupert Winkelmann from Germany with Calvados Sun, 20 points in the round, plus 5 time falls, 25 in total. Time 74:45. 25 puntos para Rupert Winkelmann y en 74 segundos 45:77.
Santiago Lamre. Pretty good week so far for him. Seeing him put up a couple of wins in the 5-star as well. Jador has been doing very good stuff as well with Santiago. Of course, a highly competitive rider, but he picks off the wins with a list of horses. Jador been jumping 2-star sections. 14-year-olds, so age-wise, good experience. Nice wins in the 2-stars in Spruce Meadows this year as well. That's the level they've been aimed at throughout the year. Steps over nicely over the European skinny. Be interested to see how the time comes out for this one. 70 seconds to say time allowed. Should be okay. Can't see a problem. One from home. There they go. 68.17. Keeps moving nicely. Gives us a clear there too. Ceremony Conta and Santiago Lamre and Jador by Thunderbird Zutiva as the second clear of this 2-star Grand Prix here this late morning. Rigoberta Aldana of Guatemala and Candela, 11-year-old by Contendro. So a couple of clears on the board. This year they actually were top 10, ninth to be exact, at the Central American Games. pairing that have been as a partnership since last year. Period with Anna Duff of Ireland. The La Cia boxer. 4 easily enough up to the vector fence. Water Trade just pulled out behind. Just lightly clips that away. And going to leave them with a score of 12 with a bit to add for time as well. 72-18. Time is just going to put enough of a pressure on there. So they keep moving and just flick a couple of rails. Well, 3 to be exact. And so score of 15 when they've added in the time. 72-18 for Gilberto Aldana and Candela this time around. Rica Belinda Barker and Pico HCC, the Holsteiner by Clarimo. This 10-year-old German-bred ride for the Danish European rider, European Championship rider. Again, over the last few weeks, been able to get some regular outings through the classes. Jumped round actually 3 time last week in the 2-star Grand Prix. So again, a chance to build on that this week as well. Overall, this has been a good tour for them. Pretty consistent horse, actually. 1-8 on the card. The rest of it has been clears and 4s. And it's going to be another 4 today, 69-86. Just the one down for Rica Belinda Barker and Pico HCC. Stretches out in the middle there. Carlos Carrero and H5 at Shack Attack. 8-year-old by Colin Obalinski. So one on the rise. This actually came from Sergio Alvarez Moya of Spain. Been ridden through his 8-year-old year by Carlos Hank. Another one that jumped around for 3 time faults here last week in a good class. Wasn't in the Grand Prix on that occasion. Also jumped around for just time in the 2-star 135s as well. So it's, again, little step up for them. Certainly got raw ability. Out to the right, just gives himself a little bit of space there as well to this line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Might be a little close to time as well, but again, this is all about what's to come more than whether it's a winning day. It's a nice day. They put a good round together. looking good. One to look out for. H5 Shack Attack. So just a couple of younger, greener moments, but looking very nice. Took off an effective 8-year-old year. Manero and Espoir de l'Hermitage. 9-year-old by Vigo de Suey. Next rider up for Spain. Riding with confidence so far. Just leans onto the back rail. Adds a second. Another rider that headed over for Europe. Quite a list of them, which has been good to see. Really expanding these Mexican shows and what's coming up in the US over the next few weeks as well. Gets home with a bit of time too. 14 on the scorecard, 71.04 for Enor Manero, Benavente and Espoir de l'Hermitage. 9-year-old there by Vigo de Suey. Really tucks up over the middle part. US rider Lucas Porter now and Viga Kita, also by Vigo de Suey, an 11-year-old this time around though. On the dam side, and Stavari, which is by Staccato. Lucas also been on the Mexican tour over the last few weeks as well. Good base in Europe. Then we'll head to the Florida base in the coming weeks and months. Tidy at the vertical. It's trained before now with Jeroen de Bodam. Obviously effectively through the triple combination. Just picking up a couple of time faults in San Miguel in the 3-star Grand Prix there together. Going to be 4 this time, plus 1 for time, 70.88. 5 in total for Lucas Porter and Viga Kita.
Lucas Porter with Viga Kata 4 points plus 1 time 4. 5 in total. Time 70.88. 5 puntos.
Looking forward to seeing that one coming through. Jorge Canedo Vincent and Zoran, the 30-year-old by Zorro. From the line of Peter Pan for next for Mexico. This year, part of the team gold at the Central American Games with Jaxo. Zoran actually winner here last week in a 2-star class as well. 140 classic. 13 years of age, so a good bit of experience. Coming home on the 8. Just leans onto a couple to make it 2 down. Oh, and yeah, was just taking a pull at the last and momentum gone. Yeah, so it's going to add time. Takes them to a score of 36.93.05. So a large part of that for time faults for Jorge Canedo Vincent and Zoran. Jose Antonio Valata and Goron. Touch bred 12-year-old by Baltic VDL as well. Show the dam line of dam sire being Fin. Just starting to see fours in all directions. 2 clears with Emily Conta and Santiago Lamre at the moment. Just be careful not to flatten too far off of the plank. Last fence is going to drop as well. And a little bit for time yet. Time is certainly a pressure, 70.92. Well through the triple combination. Just a little touch on the toe at the plank. Patricia Pascal and Caba Blue. 10-year-old by Cabochon. And from the line, well, dam is by Chaco Blue. Championship rider Patricio. Clears on the board. Another horse in experienced hands, this 10-year-old. She retired in last week's Grand Prix. A little steadier into that double, just costing them a rail. Just building the confidence and pace back up. horse that's also being ridden by his son. And he's going to say, I think we've done enough.
Number 14 retired.
So deciding to retire there, Patricia Pascal and Caba Blue.
Carlos Vitales de Chile presentando a Maricucha LS.
Carlos Mitala of Chile. Maricucha LS by Caruso LS. Line to Risco La Silla, next to the Mexican bred horses. For Carlos, who's twice ridden through to Olympic Games. Nice 2-star win with this horse in Jalapa a few weeks ago. Second week competing this horse in the 2-star classes. Didn't jump the Grand Prix last week. Again, early rail for them. Horse that hasn't had a lot of mileage through FEI. Going through some of the young horse classes. And then a little bit of hiatus before picking up more in this 11-year-old year. Little touch back there, just sees them tip out of the cups on the 8th. Okay for time 69.65, but like I say, time is putting a little bit of pressure on as well. Time 70, but 8 on scores card for Carlos Mitala of Chile. Dermot Lennon and King Cannon GP. 8-year-old by Cannon. To Dominka, which is by Warrant, which is the same sire as Garant, which was the horse that beat Man rode successfully, and now Canny Shot. Cannon, again, up there in the top group of world-class stallions. The World Championship rider. Great producer of horses now with this 8-year-old. King Cannon getting some of his first FEI experience here in Monterrey. In very capable hands. Just loses the jump they wanted through the middle part of the triple. go. Dermot bringing them home for King Cannon GP. Going to be a couple for time as well. Total of 10, 71, 32. As I say, not too much in terms of experience on this horse's roster yet for FEI. Gets a good pat. Some good parts to build on there. So it leaves us with the two clears at the moment, Santiago Lamre and Emily Conte. Richard Vogel now and Stuart Becker. 12-year-old by Stolzenberg. The Hanoverian for the German Grand Prix winning rider. Oh, almost thought I was going to get away with that one. Just now. That's a shame. Richard just trying to build the confidence there to bring them through, but it's good again. Just jump events, finish on a good note, hopefully. There we go. Over the plank. And we'll say that's a retirement for Richard Vogel this time. This is with Ferrinho. US rider, another 8-year-old here. Actually stallion by Corino. This is jumping around for just the 2 time with this horse back into last week as well, and 1 time as well. Thirds and 4s have been the scoreboard for the last few weeks. Jumped around in the 1-star Grand Prix in Kronenberg in September. Again on the progression for just 3 time. So she just had some very, very consistent scoring throughout, clears and 4s. Generally throughout this year with Bliss. So it's been a really good low scoring pair together, and say in a very, very much a development year as an 8-year-old. Good confident run so far, even just a little hint of her top ride in Antidote. Steps over the skinny without any trouble. Ah. It's giving this 8-year-old a good ride. Just kind of a little bit for time as well. But overall, very nice. Looking forward to seeing more of that into 2024. 71.98, so leaves a couple for time. Total 6 for Bliss. And the developing Ferrinho, Nemec. Ruben Arriave and Velasquez. It's an 11-year-old by Van Gogh. Out of Baldina, which is along the line of Balou de Roe. More experienced 11-year-old for Ruben. Went round 4 faults in the week's 2-star Grand Prix. Pops up over 5. Tremble in the first part. Sensibly doesn't waste time on the turn there. Gains a bit of ground down to the vector fence. It's kept up with the clock all right though. And gets home with 68.26 and will give us the third clear. Ruben Arreave and the 11-year-old Valeska Z.
Sin falta, que en un tiempo de 68 segundos 26 centésimas termina el recorrido. Rubén Arroyave de Colombia y Valeska Z que pasan al tiro simpático del número 3.
So 3 in the game so far. Colombia's Ruben Arreave, Santiago and Emily Conce. To date, Josefina Rico and Golden Quality. By quality time, this 12-year-old Dutch-bred gelding. Also was ridden with Abby McCardle of the USA earlier this year, briefly with Carlos Mitadra of Chile. Now the Argentinian rider adding 4 on the scorecard. No. Takes a look down into the water, and it is a second stop for the pair, I'm afraid, for Golden Quality and Josefina Rico. Elimination for the Argentinians.
A la pista el cambio número 23. Ana Sofía Legorreta presentando a Bonfoy Van Hove.
Ana Sofia Legorreta Hernandez. Bonfoy Van Hoff Van Santa Rosa. 9-year-old by Biscuit Balusi. For the younger rider, 19 years of age, part of the junior championships 2 years ago. Again, this pair going into the 5-star last week. Going quite as smoothly in a couple of classes, so moving back into 2 stars on this 9-year-old, but that's the way it goes. Move up and down. Step forward, step back, step forward again. Just a step into 5 cost them a rail. Two-star Grand Prix in San Miguel, just on the 3 time faults there. It'll reach through there, and it was going to catch up with them in the middle. On 8 faults. We're going to have some time as well. Oh, and that one too. Yeah, 76.36. I'm going to take them up to 15 at 70. Say there's fence 5 that came down for them. Onto the scorecard. So 15 in the end for Ana Sofia. Good shot at the Lacia fence. Nicely over the plank. Finds that related line well. Alberto Sanchez, Cosar, and CBS Fantastic. Another 8-year-old here by Elvis Teput. Irish bred, in fact, out of Mrs. Quinn, which was by Lawton's Flight. Early rail for rider on the gold medal winning team from this year's Central American Games. And adds another. So less experienced 8-year-old jumped into some of the 3 stars and some of the shoulder classes at the bigger shows this season. As you'd expect, just been lightly competed. Nice through the triple combination. And so a tip of the hat there for Alberto. Raises his hands, starting to retire.
Número 24 se retira de la prueba. En la pista, el número 25, Eduardo Pereira de Meneses de Brasil, presentándonos a H5 Virtuos de Oro.
Eduardo de Menezes, age 5, Virtuos de Oro. Bit older in experience, of 14 years of age, by Panama Tame. Was previously was competing back to 5-star level in 2020 and been off the scene until spring of this year. Eduardo jumping this horse at the recent Nations Cup show in Spain. So really just coming back into action. Go, little rim, yeah. Little encouragement there. Time should be fine. Eduardo giving such a good ride. Yeah, that's nicely done. 69.15, not a lot of breathing space with the time allowed at 70, but effectively done by Eduardo de Menezes, and so gives us the 4th clear round so far alongside Ruben Arriabe, Santiago Lambre and Emily Conta.
Eduardo Pereira de Meneses y H5 terminaba el recorrido sin faltas en 69 segundos 15 centésimas y son el binomio número 4 para el desempate de este Gran Premio GNP al metro 45.
Manuel Luzado and La India Conchavita PS. It's a 9-year-old German horse from the Paul Shokamola line. Ferrada for Uruguay. I just picked them up through the middle part. Didn't quite work. Just on the 4. 4 still in the money very much at the moment. Actually, just the 1 on 4 faults. That's Ricky Belinda Barker in 5th place. Just going to be a touch on the edge of the time allowed. Is going to be just enough. 69.92 puts them into 6th place. On the 4 faults there for Uruguay's Juan Manuel Luzado and La India Conchavita PS. Hancock W for Nick Pizarro of Mexico. 11-year-old Dutch bred gelding. Now for the Mexican Olympian. Could finish this week already in the 5 stars as well. We'll skip up over there. Jumped the 2 stars last week as well for some clears and 4s. Similarly in Otomi. Effective move away there. Doesn't waste too much time, keeping on trucking through. Last fence going to drop. Time was okay at 68.66, but just 1 down there for Nick Pizarro this time, and Hancock W. Also written by Sofia Larriera. Various points this year. And last, Veronica Tracy now, and Munin. Another 8-year-old here, this time the Holsteiner by my Lord Carthago. He's 7th in last week's 2-star Grand Prix as well with this 8-year-old. Double clear there. Steady, but using the power over the skinny. Ooh, gets high, but doesn't get the distance across the oxer. For Veronica, last fence cleared. 73.69 means some time as well, so 8 in total with the 8-year-old Munin. Just had to reach a little way off in that middle part of that triple. Again, the risk of repeating one to come on for, and that's why they're coming through these 2-star classes as an 8-year-old with the view of progression. Luis Gerardo Castaneda, Santa Rosa Bali. Another Mexican-bred horse from the Santa Rosa team, out of a mare actually that was by Presley Boy. Just looking to get them back, just start to run low through a few there, and decides to retire there for Luis Santa Rosa Bali. Now back to Belgium and Zoe Conte and Dawa de Green Bay Z. Top 10 in the Grand Prix for the 2-star here last week as well, clearing 4. Same and a similar jump-off class through the week as well. Several clears in their recent step up with this horse to 3-star in Spain. But it's a horse that has jumped right the way through to 5-star earlier on this year in Florida. Nice partnership that's been well established now. Smoothly through that line. Again, just the serpentining down here to the triple combination. Again, just careful not to get too far forward, but enough power in the middle to get across that oxer. From home. Time should be okay. Emily Conte through, and now Zoe Conte through. 68.49. Zoe and Dawa de Green Bay
Z now joins her sister next round. 5 clears at the moment in this GNP 2-star Grand Prix.
Clear round, time 68:49, number 540, John Paul. Soy Conte daba de Green Bay, son el número 5.
Looking good alongside Eduardo de Menezes, Ruben Arriave and Santiago Lambre.
En la pista, el número 34, Diego García, presentándonos a México.
Diego Lizola now, and the 10-year-old Nero by Newton de Crisca. This 10-year-old Oldenburg for the next for Mexico. Just leaves us, about 6 left to go in the first round of the 2-star Grand Prix. 5 clears at the moment. Nero, the good partner of this 23-year-old. So 4 faults. So they've really got to think about this now, because only 3 of them on 4, so taking 7th and 8th place in the money here. Trouble is, he's going to be over the time. Just always going to say a bit far off the final. I think he was through the finish there, so we hard saying 19, but Nero heading for home. Diego up and okay.
Diego Macías y Nero terminaron el recorrido con 12 puntos, más 7 por exceso de tiempo, totalizan 19. Tiempo 76 segundos, 50 centésimas.
So Ioli Mitlineo and 7 Oaks 3. 9-year-old by Stolzenberg, the Hanoverian, for the rider from Greece. Now getting a really effective string of horses around her. Up. Again, keeps rising to the occasion. 2 European Championships behind her now. Seven Oaks 3, jumping for clear and 4 last week in the 2-star Grand Prix here. Putting some clears together in San Miguel as well, and me. Triple combination again costs. Nice shot at the last. Leaves them on 8 faults at 68.76. Again, should come away with a good experience. Just not much of a fraction to take off that front bar in the triple combination. Ashley Vogel, Namaste. 10-year-old by Elvis Teput. For the young American. Again, placed in the 5-star here this week as well. Here as part of the Sweetnam Vogel team. Now for the 22-year-old. Namaste jumping the 5 stars last week. Good so far. Little weight. And just wants to keep coming down this final line to make sure of the time. And going to be enough at 69.87. So Ashley Vogel and Namaste booking their place. Good top 5 for them in a Grand Prix in Traverse City back into September as well. Double clears there. So Ashley Vogel joining Zoe and Emily Conter, Eduardo de Menezes, Ruben Arriave and Santiago Lamre. Some familiar names now into that jump off. 6 of them at this stage. David Garcia de la Garza and Tintoretto LS. Another of the Lacia Mexican bred horses, 11 years of age now, this gelding. And only 4. Again, just trying to lengthen through the middle part. Down to the last, looking for the back bar, just catches the front, and it's going to be a score of 12 at 66.36 for David Garcia de la Garza and Tintoretto LS. Juan Pablo Jimenez. LVS Vigo by Vancouver. Another 8-year-old here. Out of Cutting Edge. Again, has had to been able to take advantage of jumping number of 2 stars over the last few weeks with the Mexican Tour shows. Gives a real chance for gaining consistency. Leaves the triple combination up. Doesn't waste any space back to the La Silla Roxa either. Just rubbing the bars, but they stay, and that's what counts. Ooh. Just might be close on time, might be enough. Yep, 69.08. Juan Pablo Jimenez and LVS Vigo will come home to give us the 7th clear of this GNP 2-star Grand Prix so far. Rides through the triple combination with confidence. Jose Mandria Gonzalez and Van den Daal for the 11-year-old by Moorhaven Star. Coming into our final few. That final to go in this 2-star Grand Prix. 7 booking their place to this point. Again, just get strung out into the double. Just waits for the plank. Doesn't come off, I'm afraid. Well, it does come out of the plank, off the ups. And there we go, total of 16, plus some time, 73.82. Yeah, well across the GNP. So it was good through the triple combination. Total of 20 and just 1 left to come. That's Claudia Camado who's dead. The 11-year-old by Caligula de Hus. Seven clears at this stage. Early 4, so we're going to be holding at the 7 clears through. Take you through those in just a few moments' time. Again, if she can stay on 4, she's in money. Not going to be, I'm afraid. Just inside the time, 69.94, and dropping 2 rails in the end for Claudia Michel and Camargue de Husset. We see them well through the triple combination. Tidy over the La Silla Roxa, and does mean though 8 on the scorecard. So it is a completion of round 1. Gregory Baudot making his way out. You see him in the beige chinos. And so getting set for the jump off of this 2-star Grand Prix. We'll take you through those, but we are going to see Belgium, we're going to see Brazil, we're going to see Colombia, USA, and Mexico all vying for the prize money for this class. And of course, the beautiful trophy as well that are presented here. That's what it looks like. It is Emily Conter and Ocean Quality, Santiago Lama, Brazil, and Judo, Ruben Arrieve and Velasquez Z, Brazil's Eduardo de Menezes, and H5 Virtuoso Diol, Zoe Conter of Belgium, and Dawa de Green Bay Z, Ashley Vogel and Namaste, and Juan Pablo Jimenez, and LVS Vigo. 10 minutes, and we'll be underway with a jump off for this 2-star Grand Prix here from La Silla.
Número 6 para el desempate, Ashley Vogel con Namaste Hickman. Y finalmente número 7 para el desempate, Juan Pablo Jiménez y LBS Vigo.
Pero que viene por, va a ir por el tractor. Vamos, suéltalo. Dice que si las echo allá a la orilla, güey. Ya viene el tractor, güey.
Espíritu de México. Descubre el espíritu de México en un recorrido por la riqueza cultural de México, guiada por la voz de Catrina y bailarines. Este domingo 19 de noviembre a las 2:30 p.m. Spirit of Mexico. Discover the spirit of Mexico on a journey to the cultural richness of Mexico, guided by the voice of Katrina and dancers. This Sunday, November 19 at 2:30 p.m.
Los participantes en el desempate se les remiten los obstáculos al desempate de este gran premio del CSI 2. 1, 2, 15, 4, 8B, 8C, 9 y 16. Un tiempo acordado de 49 segundos.
Well, looks like all set to go into the jump off with Emily Conter and Ocean Quality. Starting us off with the 9-year-old by Baltic VDL. Fences 1, 2, 15, 4, 8 BC, 9 and 16. New fence into the jump off with 16 to complete. We'll take them down the opposite side of the arena away from the VIP. Two contest sisters into the jump off here. Zoe to come a little later with Dawa to Green Bay Z, and Emily to wind up and start things off. 7 to come back. Good turn back to the La Silla vertical. It's 15 as it is this time. The Oxa. 4 at the Flux fence now. 2 parts of what was the double. Lands there in 30 seconds. And so completing 35.84 for Emily Conter and Ocean Quality to start us off. Really nice round from Emily. So plenty to build on there, but she lays down the marker with a clear. Santiago Lambre and Jador Van het Klinkhoff. 14-year-old. Put a good number of wins together already for this pair, and rarely to be counted out when it comes to, well, any class of any type. Revving up. Good cut across the Benote. Swift. Possibly quicker already, just on ground speed. Nice stretch out over the Oxa. Waiting not to take down the vertical, then moves away from it and is chasing down to this double. Confident shot in there, and it works. I was going to say lands there quicker, but just scrambles into that fence. So takes them home in 34.22. Faster time, but 1 fence down for Santiago Lambre and Jador, but very good effort. Emily Conter round with a clear at 35.84. Ruben Ariave and Valeska Z. On the 11-year-old by Van Gogh. Age more on the side than of the 9-year-old of Emily Conter's. It's laid down the gauntlet so far. Maybe just a little more maturity might help. Big jump over the first, just carries the middle further on the turn. Land steadying, I think might be even a fraction behind on the time. Ruben Ariave and Valeska Z is going to get there, but we're just holding on some of those turns just to try and not go too far, but just cost them a fraction in terms of time. 35.63, and actually it is enough. Ruben Ariave and Valeska Z will go into the lead. 35.63. Emily Conter, Ocean Quality, 35.84. Does still leave some space though. Made up a little bit down to that final fence. Eduardo de Menezes and H5 Virtuos Diol.
De Brasil presentando H5 Virtuos de Oro.
Keeps moving. Nice forward run, just then steadying. Not enough. Just trying to give the horse a smooth, confident run here. Going to come home on the 4, a little bit steadier. So this horse returning back into competition this year. On the 4, 37.70 for Eduardo de Menezes of Brazil. So Ruben Arreave keeping the lead.
Terminaron el desempate con 4 puntos en 37 segundos 70 centésimas. In the arena number 5 of the Jean Paul, Soy Gunter from Belgium with Dawa de Green Baby Z.
Zoe Conta this time. Dawa de Green Bay Z. Can the Conta name go back to the top? Still Ashley Vogel and Juan Pablo Jimenez to follow. Nice smooth start. Good turn. Just trying to get into the turn. Catches the back as they just sit back on the way round. It's been a smooth round otherwise. Tries to get tight to that Oxer. 35.27. Fastest time for them. In fact, Santiago Ramri ran in 34.22, but still a very good time there. But it does cost them a couple with the 8 faults for Zoe Conta and Dawa de Green Bay Z. Ruben Arreave on 35.83. 2 to come. Ashley Vogel, Namaste on this 10-year-old for the American. USA, Mexico still to come. Picks up here, chase down to the vertical well. Now has got to get the turn. Now she's putting up the speed. Good shot in. 35.83 to beat. Not going to be enough, but it's still a nice round for Ashley. And it's going to be home in 37.14. Ashley Vogel going into third place. Emily Conte in second. Ruben Arriave keeping the lead with Valeska Z. Juan Pablo Jimenez last to go. 8-year-old this time with LVS Vigo, so a little bit of uncharted territory. Year-old Valeska Z leading. Nice start, but just sensibly a fraction steadier there. Hilber's going. This is going to put them in good stead if they leave it up. And 36.97 just sees the final fence drop. Finishing on the 4, would have gone into third, puts them a little bit further down for Juan Pablo Jimenez. I say an 8-year-old getting good experience there, the Irish bred horse by Vancouver. For Juan Pablo to put him into 5th place. In the end, it's a win for Ruben Arriave and Valeska Z on the 11-year-old by Van Gogh on 35.83. Emily Conte 2nd. Ashley Vogel in 3rd. Santiago Lambre will settle for 4th place on the 4 faults. Had the fastest time of the group on 34.22, but drops the 1 rail. Juan Pablo Jimenez and LVS Vigo into 5th place there. And then into 6th place. Let's see it all confirmed up on the screen. And it's Eduardo de Menezes and H5 Virtuoso Dior to finish in 6th. So Conter in 7th with Dower de Green Bay Z. And those from the first round, Nick Pizarro and Hank Rock W. 9th place for Denmark's Ricky Belinda Barker and Pico HC. And Juan Manuel Luzado and La India for Uruguay will complete the top 10. Winner of this GA 2-star Grand Prix here this afternoon, Ruben Arriave of Colombia will take home the #1 spot with Valeska Z. Super round from Emily Conte to start us off with the 9-year-old Ocean Quality, and Ashley Vogel follows up well with Namaste as the double clears for our top 3. We will be back, and I think we've got a couple of hours before we're into that Grand Prix, 5-star Grand Prix, GNP Seguros Grand Prix to complete the day, and that is going to be our final signing off class for the week here from Monterrey La Silla. Presentation on its way for the 2-star. It is congratulations to Ruben Arriave, who walks away with the #1 spot.
Décimo lugar para Uruguay, Juan Manuel Luzardo y la India con Chavita Pérez. Undécimo lugar, 11th place for USA, Lucas Porter with Pigacata. premiación del Gran Premio GNP al metro 45. Quinto lugar para México, Juan Pablo Jiménez y LBS Vigo. Nos honra con su presencia en la ceremonia de premiación el ingeniero Alfonso Romo Garza Laura. invitamos al señor Rubén Arroyave a encabezar la tradicional Puerta de la Victoria. Junto con Fanny Caseta.
We have a new leader.